Let go of the attachment to the outcome. All of us are conditioned and programmed to be focused on the results. It is intact become the conformed standards that achievements, riches, success, or any form of result is the fundamental cause of happiness. And so when somebody is unable to reach it, or acquire it, or gets diverted away from it is now for sure unhappy to the extent of labeling themselves as failures in life. Now after labeling themselves as failures they also distress themselves, and are depressed, sad and unable to lead a normal life. The truth is that they could have encountered an undesired outcome for which they themselves have labeled it as failures. For example, a young boy was unable to score pass marks in his examination, and the standard social confirmed statement is failure. Because the boy did not score the required pass marks in a subject is labeled a failure, he now rejects the subjects, and the people, and the criticism that follows him along. In reality, the statement could have been rephrased as, his score was less because of less marks in a particular subject. This boy could have been encouraged by his people telling him that he needed more effort in the particular subject in which his score is lower than the necessary marks to pass. Instead, he was branded as a weak student and a failure. Even if the people and whoever wished to brand him as a failure could be more specific to mention that the boy failed in a particular subject in the particular monthly or annual examination in the particular year. By doing so this way the boy then will have the power to understand that this label of failure is to a particular aspect of him, and not the whole of him, or his whole life. In this example the boy is now fixed his mind on his outcome due to the weakness and fear of failure to the extent that his emotions are very much attached and aligned to the outcome for getting the needed steps to progress towards gaining marks and passing in the examination. This is classic example how the wrong labeling have jeopardized the lives of many people around us. The truth is that the failing event could have been because of one reason or multiple reasons accumulated together to witness failure. But the coping mechanism and the response system of that particular victim was not developed or conditioned to encounter this situation. Which means that the failure is not that incident, but the failure to respond to the situation in a more appropriate manner that will bring the boy back on track to what he actually must do. This is why concentrating and focusing on the steps to the outcome is far more important than looking at the outcome and getting attached to the outcome. If the people, children and adults alike, understand the principles of this statement, let go of attachment to the outcome, and focus on the every appropriate step necessary to enjoy the desired outcome, then that person is sure to attain that very desired state, as it is inevitable. For example, if a person learns all the formulae in mathematics, then whatever the numbers be in the question, by applying the appropriate formulae he is sure to get the right answer. Another example is that of an athlete. When one practices every single day her fitness regime and her diet regime and keeps her skill and focus perfect, is sure to win the competition. At all times we are to keep focus and efforts that are within our control and leave all the things that are beyond our control. One must now understand the true meaning of attachment and outcome to avoid the reactions that might be triggered when the desired outcome is snatched away from reach. We must also respect the decision of the supreme power of the Almighty, or the universe, which is both the cause and the effect. The outcome that manifests itself into our existential reality could be in favor of you or against your favor. This could take place irrespective of the quality or quantity of our efforts. Most of the successful or joyful people have accepted or agreed upon this secret, that it is the actions, steps, or journey is what they are propelled by and not the outcome. Artists love to perform their art, scientists love to experiment, fitness people love to wake up early for their fitness regime, servicemen love to serve their people or nation, business people love the activities in which they are involved. Nobody ever spoke about the outcomes because everyone knew that the outcome is duality, and at a given moment only one of the duality will come into existence. The first most fundamental understanding everyone needs is the fact that our expectation of our life has to be perfect, permanent, successful, healthy, wealthy, ever-growing is the biggest reason of our unhappiness. We must first accept the fact that we have not understood the duality, or the polarity of our expectations, and the nature law in which reality manifests. Failing in a particular part of life is called an episode. There are many characters, scenes, episodes in the drama of life. Everyone born on this planet needs to go through these cycles. He or she has no choice at certain times, and complete choice at certain times. So time now becomes a period between these episodes. The scenes could be repeated or terminated based on the choices we make at a given time. Sometimes people think that they can avoid making choices. The beauty of the principle is that not wishing to make a choice is also a choice. So one cannot avoid the continuum of time and space. Nobody ever made only the right decisions or choices. Nobody is ever perfect. One has to understand the law of impermanence of nature. In this imperfection of nature lies perfection. Remember that the Creator, our Almighty, our Mother Nature, our universe does not like to give you pain or suffering, but it's the response cycle or lack of understanding of that particular lesson hidden in the event is the cause of pain or suffering. Just rephrase the word of failing as falling. What do you do when you fall? Do you sleep where you fell? No. Absolutely not. You just get back or fight to get back on track. The quicker one responds to the fall, the faster he is on the way to his desired outcome. The lesson learned is more important, because when we correct ourselves from the lesson, invariably repetition of the same event is eliminated from life again. The more one doubts his abilities, his performance to achieve weakens. This puts one on a sliding spiral downhill towards negativity. This also attracts to him all the negative elements, which will now divert him away from productive results towards failures. Everything comes to go and goes to come, and that is the cycle or circle of life. Become aware of the point in the circle you are in. Even the sun and the moon has their cycles. After the day, inevitable night must come, and eventually sun rises again, in a cycle of 24 hours. Similarly, the moon waxes and wanes approximately every 15 days. Your seasons come and go too. You too come and go. Then why get stuck and hold on to guilt, anger, frustration, hatred, or success and failures and outcomes? Work your steps and concentrate on the necessary appropriate actions, and let go of the attachment to the outcome. Just let go. Just relax. Musivene.